Thank you for the opportunity. I will use Indonesia right of reply in the issue of dealing with refugees in Indonesia. As a state and is part of the preamble to the 1945 Constitution, which states that Indonesia is against violence in the world, Indonesia upholds humanity and justice. The protection and shelter of refugees is a national goal mandate in the preamble to the 1945 Constitution, which clearly states that the Indonesian government participates in organizing a world based on independence, internal peace, and social justice. In terms of protection, protection and obligations are obligations for humanity and at the same time carry out the goals of the Indonesian nations. Indonesia has not ratified the 1951 UN Convention, but Indonesia has a national legal instrument regarding refugee protection as a state in Article 28G, paragraph 1 of the 1945 Constitution, which states that everyone has the right to be free from treatment or treatment that respects human dignity, and has the right to obtain political asylum from another country. Refugees who come are also entitled to basic rights in social life as mandated by Article 17 to 19 of the 1951 Convention, namely the right to work. Article 22 is the right to education. Although Indonesia has not ratified the 1951 Convention, Indonesia cannot return refugees to their country of origin because there is a principle of non-refoulement contained in Article 33, which states that they cannot be returned to their country of origin whose safety will be threatened. Therefore, Indonesia must accept refugees who come and protect them. The principle of non-revolt has become an international custom that must be followed by all countries, regardless of whether they have ratified it or not.
The 1951, the convention is based on the non-refoulement principle contained in Article 33, which state that a refugee may not be returned to a country where he or she finds serious threats to his life and the freedom on this basis. Threaten his safety on this basis. Also, the government must protect them and secure them first. The 1951 and the 1967 Convention apply to us. All state regulators of have ratified this convention or not. Refugees seeking refuge shall not be prevented from entering a country. Because of this and the human feelings, Indonesia always accepts refugees who come Indonesia. But because Indonesia has not signed an agreement with UNHCR, in Indonesia, refugees are not allowed to work, but they get facilities to study. The Indonesian government also makes it easy for refugees to manage their files so that they can easily manage the refugee file they use. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Rizky Arisandi, majoring in International Relations. Allow me to express my opinion. In my opinion is Indonesia has reason not to ratify the 1951 Refugees Convention and the 1967 Protocol because there are several articles that are considered very difficult to implement. Even though it is not a country that has ratified the convention and protocol, Indonesia is still trying to provide protection as asylum seeker and refugees. Action for handling refugees in Indonesia from the perspective of international refugees law have been able to release some of the most important principles of the 1951 Convention and the 1967 Protocol on Refugee Status, namely non-refoulement, non-exploitation, non-discrimination, and non-discrimination. Also did not commit criminal act of refugees who entered to territory of Indonesia. In my opinion, the economic empowerment and refugees can also contribute to regional development in the perspective of urban planning through collaboration with local communities. This is everyone's human right, its access and participation in various activities of local community life has given to refugees. They can contribute positively to community development in the areas where they live. Indonesia is considered necessary to allow refugees to work because it is the economic right of every human being. You see, Indonesia has ratified the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights through the plenary session of the GPR on September 13, 205. And while refugees, the left of the world at risk doing are not for public security, so it is better for the government to open up economic activities for them. If there are concern and will take job for Indonesian citizens, then there can be given permission to work in the traditional sector. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Chansa from International Relations Today. So today I will share my opinions about refugees in Indonesia. Human rights violation against an activity by country origin made victim was forced to flee to another country to obtain protection. So that both a transit country and destination country, whether has ratified or has not ratified the Constitution 1951, should apply the principle of non-refoulement, although it has been violated by Cambodia. Refugees do not receive no protection from any country, treat like an enemy. Indonesia has handled case of refugees from Vietnam and East Timor in some time ago. In the Vietnamese phenomenon, since the fall of the Vietnamese capital Seoul, Saigon into the hands of North Vietnam on May 10, 1975. Many people were leaving the territory to seek refuge in another country because suffer from bad and inhuman treatment. Is escaped by sea lice and being stranded in one country in Indonesia. Therefore, Indonesia must accept refugees who come and protect them. The principle of non-refoulement has become customary international law that must be respected by all countries regardless of whether they have ratified it or not. So I think that's my opinion. Thank you.